It's safe to say that we all have a junk drawer or two somewhere in our living space.
Yes, definitely. And Sabrina Gardner is here from Salt by Sabrina to show us how to transform that hated junk drawer into a prized storage space. Okay, can it be done?
It can. It's just gonna take a few simple steps. And this is, you guys are talking about spring cleaning. This is such a great place to start because everybody has a junk drawer, and getting this under control is gonna give you that sense of peace and calm, and it's gonna motivate you to tackle those other tasks.
Isn't that so surprising? One tiny drawer can make the difference of your good mental health. And when I look at this looks amazing. How can we get here?
Okay, so what you're gonna think about when you're using your junk drawer is it really has to function for you, because it's kind of that place where everything ends up, right? Everything from the Band-Aids to the batteries to the charge cords. But we need it to function for our family. So in the morning, I do my kids' hair while we're getting ready for breakfast, for school. So I make sure I have hair clips, brushes, and hair bands on hand. So there's no right or wrong way to do this, but we want to maximize our space, right?
And we want to make sure they're things that we are really using. Like you said, you need the hair items right there. So start by clearing everything out. You said take it all out.
Yeah, you want to take everything out of the drawer because it allows you to reimagine the space. And then we want to filter down to what we actually use. So anything that's irrelevant, that needs to go. And then the last step is going to be to contain it. So having an option that will fit the items that you have. And this one is a great option because it's got a lot of different size compartments. So we have items that are larger and smaller. This is going to work great. If you have larger items, like let's say you're storing iPads or Kindles or things like that, a drawer divider can be a great option because it can just extend across the drawer and fit kind of those bigger items.
That again, so you can make it thinner. It depends on how small or big or wide your drawer is.
Absolutely.
And it can move.
Yes, and then there's different heights available. You always want to think of height in the drawer because a lot of us complain about not having enough space, but it's because we're leaving space on the table. So you can see here, this actually fits the full height of the drawer, so I'm able to stack so much higher. And same things with these drawer dividers. If you use these in a tall drawer, all of a sudden you can stack your socks higher. You can contain things easier, so it's just going to give you a lot more space in the same drawer.
You're teaching us how to utilize the space that we have. I think whatever size it is, whether it's something like this or a taller drawer, if we're using it with a purpose, we're going to get more in there.
Absolutely. And so when you're choosing your organizer, another option is an expandable one that will expand out to fit. And this will actually give you compartments on the side and back for those bigger items. So again, when you're filtering, look for what you have and then choose the organizer that's going to best fit that use case.
Sabrina, what is it about when we look at the befores and afters, having a divider, having boundaries? Because you can clean out your drawer, I don't know how many times. 5 days later, it's a mess again.
Yes. So a couple of my pro tips are, so as you can see in this drawer, you can fit so much more when you contain it. So that's going to be the first thing. I also love clear because we can see everything that's in the drawer. How many times do we rebuy something that we already have because we can't find it? The other thing I always recommend is leaving a couple of empty spots for that inflow, because we always have things coming in, and if we don't have a space for it to land, it becomes disorganized quickly.
Please tell me that your drawer once looked like mine do at home right now. I mean, I can barely open them. It's a mix of batteries and cords and so many crazy things.
Absolutely. But what I have found is with these organizers that utilize all the square inch of space in the drawer is that my kids know where things go, and so things get put back in the correct space. Now, we're not perfect, it's always a work in progress, but this has helped us be so much more successful in the long term.
And it doesn't mean that things will filter out and you would find, oh, well, this is more important, and you switch them out.
Absolutely.
Tell us about these dividers. Do you make them or you provide them? How do we get these?
Yes, so it's so simple. You're gonna take 3 measurements of your length, width, and height, and you're gonna choose a layout. There's lots of different layouts depending on what you're gonna store in the drawer, and then it's actually custom made to fit your drawer. And so again, we talk about, you mentioned earlier needing to move and have more storage space. Well, this creates up to 40% more storage in the same drawer.
Okay, that's huge. And I think you would be so much more likely to maintain the clean and organized drawer because you do have the dividers. They can't just float around out there.
Absolutely.
I know. I mean, look at these cords. I don't know how many cords I have in my junk drawer, and it's like wired all across the drawer.
Yes.
And this contains it, so I like it.
Okay, I'm gonna take some measurements when I get home and I will message you. You can get 10% off right now if you want to do the same with the promo code GTU. All right, Salt by Sabrina right there online and social media.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, coming up next on the show, a dish that the whole family will enjoy. We're making an easy strawberry kiwi basil salad in the kitchen.
And a little later on our